Polls from ABC and the Washington Post, plus Quinnipiac University, say voters blame Republicans for the shutdown more than the Democrats. But the reality is many, many more people are just frustrated with Congress and politics in general. So let's talk about that and more with John Goodwin from the Forward Party, who's up late with me tonight here on the Final Five. First of all, welcome back to the show, John. It's good to see you. Give me a sense here about just how people are feeling about politics. One of the reasons Forward was formed, really, is because of this frustration that people have with the two-party system. But it is the system in which we're more or less stuck in right now.
Absolutely. I've heard folks say whether the Republicans won the shutdown or the Democrats won the shutdown, Congress just stinks, and no one cares about us. They're just trying to make each other look bad. They're trying to not give either side a win. This Congress is built for gridlock, and that's a very sad state of affairs, and everyone is angry and over it.
I mean, you've worked in Congress before. You've worked for members in the past, and I'm curious, when you look at, was it always this way? I mean, we're not looking like many years ago that you were there. It wasn't a hell of a long time ago, but how much has it changed?
Yeah, I always tell this story, right? When I first started working there, Republicans and Democrats would work together on bills. My second stint there, Republicans only worked with Republicans on bills. And then the last time I was there, Republicans didn't even work with each other on bills, right? They just started getting more and more entrenched, working in their own groups. Through this process, members of Congress became less and less accountable to voters. It's really, really sad. And I do think it's definitely gotten worse. This is the longest shutdown in history, Jim. We only get that from a Congress built for gridlock.
As we look at where things stand politically in this country right now, obviously Republicans have control of the White House, the Congress, if you want to loop in the Supreme Court, sure. Last week, Democrats made some gains there. I know Forward was involved with many races, a lot of them on the local level out there. Saw a level of success. I mean, what do you read into those results?
We had a great week. We elected folks all over the country to many seats. Those results tell us that people are ready and desperate for results-oriented, compromise-driven candidates and officials who just want to make deals, solve problems for their communities. I don't think people have ever been more ready for independent and forward candidates who are going to really look at their communities, whether it's compromise or however they do it, start to solve the problems. They're sick and tired of the two entrenched parties going to the extremes on either side, refusing to come to the table to find real solutions, and people are suffering for it. It's been a very, very hard few weeks for a lot of people because of this standstill, and people are ready for something different and for government to work for them again.
Obviously, we know there are way too many people who are affected to the point where you're living paycheck to paycheck and suddenly you're not getting those paychecks and you don't have food on the table. It's not a matter in the moment saying, oh, this is the Democrats' fault, this is the Republicans' fault. It's how the hell am I going to put food on my table? And that's the only concern in the heat of those moments. And I think us in the media don't talk about that enough, and we know certainly our politicians don't talk about that enough.
Yeah, I mean, I've already seen it this week where, members of Congress are fundraising off the shutdown, right? They're sending out letters, they're sending out emails, they're saying the other side did this to you and they don't care about you. It looks like neither side really cares about you. And folks who rely on SNAP benefits, folks whose healthcare premiums are about to go up possibly over the next few months, just want government to work for them, solve their problems. And it's just not what they're getting. The economy is really hard, really terrible for a lot of people right now, and they just don't feel like their officials are working towards their benefit. Congress has something like a 10 to 20% approval rating, but 96% of them are going to get reelected. That math doesn't math, Jim, right? That just doesn't make any sense. People are not getting problem solvers elected to do their bidding for them.
Before we go here, I mean, clearly you're right. A lot of these people get reelected, but we have a midterm coming up here. What role do you see Forward playing in these midterms going ahead if this is such a priority for you?
Our recruitment of candidates is off the charts. I don't think we've ever seen this much interest in the Forward Party. People who have always wanted to make a difference, always wanted to run for office, but didn't feel like either party was really a good fit for them, now have a party that they can run on to solve problems for their folks. It's going to be a record-setting year for Forward. We're really excited. 2026 is going to be huge for us, and we're started already. We had our first endorsement of the cycle today for an independent candidate for governor in Maine.
John Goodwin joining us from the Forward Party tonight. Good to see you again. We appreciate it.